What is up? How y'all doing out there? Hope everybody's doing fantastic. Do you notice anything different? Let me get a little closer. That's right. That's right. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. All right, bend down so I get the camera here. Here's what we got going on today. Right over there, we got a 2024 Jeep Wrangler. I actually found a 24 Jeep Wrangler. Saw it on the lot. Color popped. Love the color. So it was time to get back in the Jeep game. Enough of looking at me. Let's get into the Wrangler. Hope y'all enjoy it. All right, here it is. Man, I am pumped. If you watch my channel, this is obviously, like I said, the 2024 Jeep Wrangler in Hydro Blue Pearl. Absolutely love it. Hey, Nipsey. There's Nipsey. Anyhow, I'm stoked, man. This is, and if you watch my channel, I get it. When it comes to vehicles, I'm messed up, right? I had a Ranger, a Toyota Tacoma, a Ford Ranger, 3 Jeeps if you've watched my channel, and that's just what's on my channel. Something about a Jeep. You know, there's just something about a Jeep. The wife loves Jeeps. When we had Jeeps, we would do trails, there's a ton of, you got a Jeep, there's a lot of clubs, there's a lot of events. And the pickups were out of necessity, obviously, for hauling things. We don't really haul a lot of stuff. And the wife, she's got a little Lincoln in there. So the Lincoln's not going to haul a lot of stuff, but we got the trailer. I'll get a receiver hitch for this. I'll put them on all my other Jeeps I had. If you've watched the channel and all my other Wranglers, it takes 8 minutes to put it on. So that's no big issue. If we got to haul something, we got that. And excuse the yard. We've had literally some areas around here has had a foot of rain in the last 2 days. Finally got a break from the rain, so I thought I'd get out here. Got this Jeep 2 days ago, and I am ready to show it off. Love it. Okay, here's what we got going on with the 24 Jeep Wrangler. As you know, the Jeep Wrangler lineup comes in the Sport, Sport S, Willys, Sahara, Rubicon. This is a Sport S. On the 2024s, on the outside, with the Sport, Sport S, the grill, they've got a different grill. This is, if you got a 2023, this is probably going to look just like yours. Once you get to the Willys or Willis, some people call them different things. Once you get to that, from the Willys, Sahara, Rubicon, they got a different grill. That's fine. Some people like it, some people don't. I do like it, but I like this grill also. So Sport, Sport S, the grill stays the same. The wheels, I really, really, really like the wheels on the Sport S. This is Sport S wheels. So the Sport, the regular Sport comes with the black steel wheels. These are aluminum. Let's pan in on those. See the little Jeep there. These come with Nexon. Rodian, I think that's how you say it. AXT 245/75 tires. And this is the all-terrain. See a few rocks in there. And we'll look at the tread once we get back to the back tire. So just again, the main upgrades on the 24 are on the interior. Exterior looks the same. The wheels are different, and you do get all terrains on this, which I love. Once these wear out, I'll probably go to a little more aggressive, but I haven't tried the tires out yet, but they look good. And I'll eventually put some rock rails running boards on, but basically here's what we got. Now, the other thing as far as exterior goes, the Sport, if you get the Sport, it comes with the traditional antenna. The Sport S on up, you get the, we'll walk around here. Hope the wind noise don't get me. You can see the antenna inside the windshield. That kind of worries me. This is Gorilla Glass. So every Jeep I've had, and if you've got a Jeep, had a Jeep, you know you're going to be fixing the cracks or replacing the windshield. So we'll see how the Gorilla Glass works, because the antenna, as you saw, is in the windshield. So we'll see how that goes. Once you move up to the Willys, the Sahara, the Rubicon, the mirror which is on the door, as the way it's been with, always been with Jeeps, it is now here. So when you take your doors off, the mirror stays on. Sport S, the mirrors stay on the door. Take a walk around back. There's the back view back up for you. There we go. And get a little bit, probably get a better look at the tires. ATX, Nexen. Never had Nexen tires. It's upside down, but there's the size. 245/75 R17s. Really, really, really like that wheel. I think it's looks like a gunmetal or a gray. And then here's a better look at the tread. So it is an all-terrain. I don't know why Jeep puts, when I was looking, I've got two Jeep dealerships. One of them is 22, 23 miles to the east of me. That's where this came from. I have another Jeep dealership, which is about 18, 17 miles to the west of me. So 22 miles to the east, 17, 18 to the west. They had a new 2023 black Jeep Wrangler 2-door that I was looking at. And it was a Sport S, but it had built-in navigation. This has wireless Apple CarPlay, which we'll look at here. We'll look at the interior here in a second. And so it had built-in navigation, had the 8.4-inch screen, which was the largest you could get in the 23 on down model Jeeps. It had dual heat and air. It was a little more upgraded. Once again, 24. The one I'm speaking of now was a 23, but it had street tires. I don't know why. I call them street tires. I call them all weather. Probably would do just as good or better once we get to the winter and the snow, but I'm going to stick with the all-terrains. Okay, there we go. Let's look at the inside. We'll get a look at the top here. So that hasn't changed, obviously. We'll look at the back real quick. Got my stuff in here. And the back on the interior really hasn't changed. You'll be able to get a peek at that interior from back here, which we'll check out here in a second. Back seats are the same. You have two vents for the rear passenger, as you can see. And you got a couple of cup holders down there in the floor. That's about it for the back. There's the back seat. Back here, you still have the storage down here, unless you get, and that one Jeep I looked at did have the Alpine stereo system, which would have been sweet. That's where your subwoofer would have been. But then you got a little LED light here. Then there's your, and of course, this tells you battery. Get a better look at that. That just simply tells you that you can charge something back here without the engine running or the accessory on. And of course, I've got the headrest down on both sides. Pull this, there you go. Flip this. The seat will fold up like that. Just like, there you go. Or you can pull these bars, squeeze it, pull it out. All my other 2-door Jeeps, and you can see it's got the accented roll bar colors. Got my hats hanging on a little deal here, which has nothing to do with the Jeep, just something I added. But there you go. It will fold up. And you got a little, if you can see my finger, you got straps that will strap to that to keep your seat from coming back down if that's what you want to do. Then you simply, when you pull this up, locks back into place. Then you can pop your headrest back up, but that's neither here nor there. That's just a little camp chair. So that's your back seat space. And what I'm going to do, you can see the hooks. Got them off Amazon. I had them in the Ford Ranger. I may attach them back here. And that way we can hang grocery bags off to put stuff down here, but that's neither here nor there. Here's the main thing. Let's go look at the up front interior. Let's go take a look at it. All right, we're gonna take a look at the inside. I've got it running because it's hot. Before we do get on the inside, this is not passive entry. It'll honk through. It's gonna honk telling me the key fob is outside, and it's still the same old Jeep. Kind of bulky, I like it. Unlock, lock. Does not have remote start on this one. You can get a Sport S with remote start, but that's it. And you know, some Jeeps now do have, and I think this was in the 2023s also, passive entry. This doesn't have it, but here's what we're here for, the interior. Gonna turn this down. All right, we'll turn that down so we don't get in trouble. But there is the infotainment center. 12.3 inches. And we'll kind of go through this here in a second, but going through the interior, we've got 115 miles on it. Had 13 when I picked it up. This is all the same. You can go through your cluster here, does your tire pressure. Then you can go side to side, whatnot. But you can also check it in another way now. This has changed. You got two little cubby holes. Hey, Mr. Bigfoot. This is not a speaker. My understanding when I was reading up on this, of course you do have your not lane keep assist, but you do have your cruise control to keep you separated from the adaptive cruise control. I lost my train of thought. But yeah, you do have adaptive cruise control. And this is pedestrian warning, and you got some things up here in this. My understanding is it will give an outside alert, and it'll tell you on the inside, like if there's a pedestrian on a bicycle or walking, it'll alert them and you. But there's that. And then the seats on the regular Sport, I think they're traditional black, but this does have the stitching in the seats. And then this is cloth now. Still got your grab handle there and up there. Really, really like that. It's got the stitching in it as well. Get my hand out of the picture. Stitching there. The steering wheel in the Sport S looks a lot like my Ford Ranger I had. Leather wrapped, nice feel to it. Does have power mirrors, and I don't know if you can see the little icon, but it's heated mirrors, heated rear glass, wiper on the back glass too. Down here's your light controls. There's my leg. Does have a Jeep and a Gladiator now. That's something different. There's your light controls. That stayed basically the same. Automatic headlights. Got my old bulbs. It does have lighting here and in the back for the back seat passenger if they need it. This is not auto dimming, but that's all right. And then the vanity mirrors. Both side passenger and driver get LED lit vanity mirrors. This does turn the camera around, slide back. To take off the Freedom panels, it's identical to the 23s. You just unlatch, take these if you've got a Jeep. And I may do a video on that later if there's someone watching. It's like, what? New is the airbags. We used to buy the little grab handles that you could just hold on to. Hopefully they'll make something that breaks away. Of course, you do have your handle here and for the passenger. But yes, it has airbags here. It has airbags. I don't know if I can flip the phone around. Don't know what I'm getting there, folks. But there's airbags, updated safety. And just for what it's worth, my insurance did go down from the Ford Ranger on this, which kind of surprised me, but it did. So the main event down here, there's your power mirror or windows. One touch down. Let's see about this one. Yep, one touch down, but it is not one touch up. Check out this old school cigarette lighter. And it did come with an ashtray. I don't have it in here. I'll use it for change or whatnot. Four-wheel drive system still the same. There's your USB-C, USB-A. You do have an auxiliary. There's your top. Close it. There's the bottom, which I already have filled up. All right, the main event. This is your infotainment system. Of course, it's got, we'll just go with the spectrum, leave it turned down so we don't get in trouble. Very clear resolution. Love that. Actually, I have not driven this at night. This has a lot going on, okay? I'll just say that. You can change the background of the screen. Haven't done that yet. I've kind of browsed through it. I'll figure that out. I do like for your personal, it gives you different icons. There's me, Brad. Go back to home. Got a little Sasquatch, as you can tell. Okay. The upgrade, and then the vents here. You have your traditional round vents there. Even has a little cloth going around here. This part stays basically the same. If you want to change your modes, which you can do in here, I'll show you here in a second. That all stayed the same. Your downhill, for downhill, auto start stop, mute, screen off. This is all the same. There's your mirrors, as I said. Got a little cubby hole down here. Okay, let's go through this. That's your home screen. And you can change your home screen. I'll do that later. This is your media, and you have a quick drop down if you want media. Oh, kind of gives you some quick profiles. Back to media. 12.3 inch screen. Love it. Comfort. This is if you want to change all your stuff up here, which you can do down here. CarPlay. There's your CarPlay. Bluetooth, wireless, Apple CarPlay. Love that. There's my Spotify. If I wanted to listen to it, that's my phone. No favorites yet. Got a voicemail. I'll need to check that. Maps. You can go to home on your CarPlay. Go back to CarPlay. Yeah, really love that. So don't have to plug it in anymore. This does not come with navigation. This particular model does not. But I can use this if I want to, and then that'll show you your screen. It'll show you all your icons, whatnot. Then it'll give you the three, and you can change this screen to whatever you want. Scroll back, there's that. We'll just go back to maps. The biggest upgrade, Sport, Sport S, Willys, Sahara, Rubicon, they all get this screen. Here's the thing, the vehicle page. As you can see, the vehicle, off-road pages. That tells you we're currently in two-wheel drive, obviously. Accessories gauge gives you a quick look at all your accessories. I really like that. That's awesome. Pitch and roll. There's your pitch and roll. I'm a little bit on my hill here in the driveway. So before, my understanding is you had to get a Rubicon. It seemed like I had a Sport S a few years back that would show it on this little cluster, but look at this. I mean, come on now. You got it all right there. You can go back to off-road pages, controls, review camera. This does have guidelines. I've got to figure out how to get them on. Then I can X out of it. Settings, display mode, brightness mode, theme mode. Oh, there we go. I wondered how you did that. Let's go to dark mode, see what it looks like. Look at that. We'll put it on auto. Okay, but that's your vehicle. Let's go back to dashboard. And I bet that setting's there. I don't know. Touchscreen beep, show main category labels. We're learning this together. I was trying to see if I could get a display mode is auto, brightness nighttime. That gives you your brightness settings, theme mode. Okay. Safety and assist driving. Hill start assist is on. Tire fill assist. Okay, here's something for you. Tire fill assist, it's turned off. This is if you air down and you just put you go to air them back up after you get done wheeling. Might have should have left this on dark mode so it would contrast better, but that's okay. There we go. If I turn on the tire assist, well, let's just do it. I've never done this before. You could turn that on. Once again, I haven't really, this is about as in depth to get my finger out of the way. But you can key in, like say you want your tires at 35 PSI. It'll stop. It'll alert you, hey, you're at 35 PSI, clock date, camera, Bluetooth, mirrors, wipers, lights. There's cameras. There's the guidelines. Then you can put it on delay. I really don't need delay because I could automatically go to it. Okay, I'll quit. There's your lights. The lights are if you want to delay on your headlights for so many seconds after you get out. Okay, apps. This is all your apps. Favorites. I've got my off-road pages, Apple CarPlay. Those are all. I don't even have Android Auto. All. There's your little look at that. So, once again, I know I've said this a couple of times. And this video is probably gone. I'm just excited to get my new Jeep. There's a little Jeep in the windshield. Anyhow, go back to home media. Yeah, there's a lot going on in here compared to my Ranger. A lot going on. It's going to take me a little bit to find out. Let's see if I got guidelines now. Yep, there you go. Just so you know, you turn my steering wheel. They do that. That's for your trailer. If you got that, then we'll put it in drive. It disappears. Put it back in park. All right, I went on. I will have several videos. Turn this off. Been running a while. Still like the old school cigarette lighter. You know what I'm talking about? Anyhow. And I do like, I don't know if I showed this or not. As usual, I'm turn it on. When you turn it off. Okay, let's walk around here. My camera, I was going to TURNOFF the Jeep, and I said the word, so my camera did the exact same thing. Here we go. As always, the window sticker, and you can pause it. Sport S 2024 base price. At any time you can pause this. Go up here. Scroll down real slow. There's the price, $42,305. There's the MPGs. Here we go. Now, as always, this particular dealership, they have a Jeep dealership, they have a Chevy, GMC, Ford, Nissan at different locations, and they're real good. This is a 2024, and I'll try to put a picture up. Sometimes when it scrolls, it cuts it off. But I'll show you the ad. They had $2,000 off this right off the bat. So it was $40,305. If you're kind of wondering, how much does a two-door, and of course the color paint made it a little, that was an extra charge. But anyways, they took $2,000 off right from the dealership. So good place to start bargaining. So that'll give you a general idea of how they're equipped. And of course you can get a Sport S with dual heat in there. I don't know if I covered that, but this is single climate. But anyhow, hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Absolutely love this Jeep Wrangler. You guys and gals, everyone have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching.